What's up, Daily Awesome? Steve Mayeda here, and this is a good podcast because we're on our Wednesday night call. It's July 12th. Man, I'm in the middle of a weight cut that's super crazy if it's past and you can't watch it, but if you tune in to Bruce Kumte's Facebook page, you can see the live stream of the tournament that I'm going to be on the weekend, or being on the weekend, July 15th, and it'll be pretty crazy. But then I just found out who I'm going to fight against. Fighting against some of my friends, man. They're too, you can't do that to me. But anyway, we have an awesome episode today, which is about going through a divorce and all the different things that come in it and all the different crazies that come in it. And there's just so much going on. So much going on, man. Like, fuck. You guys still love each other. That's a very important thing. But there's a big divide in between. In any case, this is the Daily Awesome Podcast. Subscribe to our TSL Podcast, the Sexual Life Podcast. That gets a little bit more into social dynamics, sex, meeting women, sexual performance and all the sexual dysfunction, all those different things, man, that are super great. But most importantly, click the free stuff link down below this, whether you're watching this on YouTube or iTunes or Stitcher or whatever it is. But man, support it. That's very important. We are a group of men that put these podcasts out here so that you could be a part of our groups and interact with us. That's super important that we build this bond, and that's where the Austin Men's Development Board comes in, as well as the many different, outlets that we have for interacting with one another. I mean, that's what we have, man. This call, our Wednesday night call, there's actually 9 guys on it right now. It's almost 10 p.m. and fuck, dude. Like we work it. There will be like 25 that just cycle in and out all over the world, just working on what's happening. And the question that came in now is, the guy's going through a divorce. All right. She wanted the divorce. She ended up, having an affair with somebody else and all this other sort of stuff. It hurt him bad. It doesn't matter how big your frame is. Like, guys, you got to chill the fuck out with your conceptual dating, fucking advice and get in a circle of actual men that talk. But it fucked him up. He didn't want the divorce, to have kids. He's trying to figure out how he could hold on to their marriage. And she's saying no, because she's pissed. When you're pissed or a woman's pissed or whatever, you're going to say things of what you think. When you want to get in a fight, with somebody, a fist fight, man, I want to fight. 10 minutes later, you might not want to. 2 months later, you might be like, yeah, that was kind of stupid or whatever. So there's different sides of us communicating in all these different areas. And anyway, it turns out they split. They agreed to a divorce. They're living in the same house. He started hooking up with some other people. He actually asked on our board. He's like, man, would it be all right if I hooked up with a girl in our bed? And pretty much everybody said, don't do it. Don't do it. And then there were some other people who hadn't been in relationships that were talking about it, and they were like, oh, why not? They're separated. It's his bed. It's his bed to claim, blah, 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 blah. The reason why you don't do stuff is because you don't want to add more drama to what you guys are talking about. Whenever you're going through a breakup, whenever you're going through a split, it is inevitable, and this was some of the advice that he got on the call, that you're going to fuck up. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to make the wrong move, and that's okay. Be around a group where that can happen. But there's so much going on emotionally. There's so much going on mentally. There's just so much happening with you and everybody, else in the whole thing, that you fucking... man, like, you're going to screw up. You're going to overreact. And what he did was he fucked another chick. Props to him. That always feels good, when you're going through that breakup. And sometimes you don't need to do that. But he had sex with another girl in their house. And she asked him about it. And he said yes. And he came from a point of logic, right? But the problem is that didn't happen. This was a girl who for months was like, I don't want to be with you. I'm not sure about a divorce, but I want to be separate for a little bit, and I want to experiment. And I've been doing whatever with other people. Sorry, I walked out of the marriage, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. And he's going like, why don't you care? Why don't you care? And then as soon as that happens, man, the fire comes out. And he actually said, he's like, man, I can't believe it. She's never thrown something out or broken or whatever it was. Like, she's never, reacted out of such anger and frustration and chaos in all these ways. And she did. And I tried to break it down to her, and I tried to figure out a way to apologize to her, and I tried to blah, 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 blah. And I said, man, did this ruin our chances of ever getting back together? And she says, yes, and that cut so deep and all this sort of stuff. look, man, it's all bullshit. Don't add into the drama. Stop speaking into the drama, and you're going to fuck up. You're going to do it because it's hard, but step out of it. Talk to your boys, talk to your guys in your group, and step out of the drama, because the drama never ends. It always continues. If you feed it, it becomes something different than you and her, and it gets a further divide of the two of you. You know, one of the things that was said to me by Doc, one of the greatest alumni from TSL, who's given me advice on my relationship, and he's an amazing coach. He basically said this. He said, look, you guys are in love, and right now there's all this shit. You screwed me over, you talk shit, you embarrassed me, you're humiliating me in whatever ways, and then there's the other stuff on the other side of, like, you know, we're not compatible, you're not doing this, you're not making enough money, we're not sexually active in all these ways. There's all this divide, right? There's all this divide. There's all this divide that isn't the love. So it's all in between it, and it's separating the love. What keeps that alive? What keeps that divide alive? And because the thing is that it's so many different topics, they tend to jump from one to another, and they never have a solution. Or they have a solution that's proposed by one party, but impossible to actually achieve by the other. Or if they do exactly what the other party says, it doesn't work, right? So it's like, man, if you just cleaned your clothes and then you clean all your clothes, it's still pissed off at you, right? It doesn't work, man. When you feed the drama, or you look for the solution in the pain shows you where the problem is, but doesn't show you the solution. When you look for it in the pain, you're never going to find it. So we got to take it out of the drama. The best pieces of advice that I ever got was just let her say everything that she needs to say, and don't argue back, right? Because at some point you guys do need to communicate. If there's drama, get the fuck out, leave, right? You don't have to be rude, you don't have to be mean, but take yourself out of it. Don't add to it. That's so important. Man, Guys, if you're in a relationship, join our group. It's literally one of the best groups to be in a relationship with. It will help you out big time. Big time. Men's Development Excellence. That's what I'm talking about. It's $60 a month. It's worth it. It's so good. It will help you out in so many ways. There's calls, which we're having right now, that are multiple times a week. But that all being said, like, you can't feed that drama. I remember Doc telling me, he's like, just say whatever. And don't argue back. And I kind of did a little bit because it's very difficult not to. Don't argue back. Just tell me what I did wrong. And tell me what it means. I want to hear all of it. And he's like, if that comes and you truly let it release, and it might take a day, but you just let it release, you let it come out, all that will be left is the love that always kept you guys together. Now, I don't know about your situation. In this situation, it's a little bit more complex and there's more to it. But the thing is we got to let the drama pass in its way. And so many guys go like, oh man, I'm a bitch if I let her argue with me or talk to me in that way. No, man, you as a man, fuck, man, let her talk to you in that way. Right now you're arguing. You're arguing, so you can't be the man that actually leads and takes direction. You're in an argument, so you're fighting. So there's emotions that don't make any sense on both sides, yours and hers, where you're going to be, fuck, man, you think you can alpha that? What happens when you alpha drama? It gets more drama. She ups the ante. She makes bigger problems. She walks out on you more. She fucks more dudes. She says more cutting things. All those things. Just stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Learn to communicate with the love. And that doesn't mean that to her drama, you give it love. That means to her drama, you let it go. You either let it pass or you walk away from it. And you let it run out of gas. And sometimes that takes weeks. Sometimes it takes months. Sometimes it takes a day. But you can't allow that drama to define anything. And it happens in so many different ways. So very, very complex things, and relationships are so complex. And sometimes you need to leave, man. This may end up in a split. It's where it seems like it's going now. When it first started, I probably would have betted it wouldn't, and it might still go there. But the thing is that things pass. You've got to let them pass. You've got to let them move. Stop fighting for your image or your masculinity or whatever it is to prove something, or because you got walked on, or you think you need to react now. No, man, let time be time, because time will solve all the problems. And most likely you're communicating with what was creating that problem. All right? So this is the Daily Awesome Podcast. You want to know more about this? If you're a guy that's looking to better yourself and communicate and talk to other men about this, Men's Development Excellence. But if you can't afford that, there's our free stuff link. On the free stuff link, you can join the Austin Men's Development Board. You can reach out there. People will connect. I'll connect with you. I'm on there every day, multiple times a day. A lot. way too much on the day. There's also our PDFs, The Way of the Sexual Man, or Text Messaging Guide, or whatever is up there. They're all really good things for you to really access the better you, and they work. They're not just stupid little write-up PDFs. They're things that will actually help you. And if you're having trouble with them, because I kind of expect that, because change is tough, reach out on the AMD board. In any case, have a good day. Hopefully I'll talk to you guys soon. And man, I can't wait to get done with this weight cut, because I can barely stand right now. I'm surprised I was able to have this conversation. In any case, I'll talk to you guys. Have a great one. Laters.